Hello everybody, this is JD, and today I'm going to talk to you about something that I'm actually sick and tired of hearing. And apparently people don't know anything. It comes across that way. I mean, I'll be honest with you, it comes across that even our Supreme Court judges do not understand the Constitution. At least that's the way it comes across. Now, I'm not saying I'm smarter than them, but I read the Constitution and I find certain things in the Constitution. Okay, one of the things is, and what this is about separation of church and state. I've got the Constitution right here. Here, see? The people on this video. And I've gone through it. I mean, let's talk about it real quick. Let's go through the U.S. Constitution. I got Article 1, Section Legislative Power. 2, House of Representatives Power. 3, the Senate and the United States Power. Section 5, it deals with each house shall judge elections and determine. Section 8 of the first part. The bills of raising revenue in there. The section Congress has power to lay and collect taxes. I mean, I go Section 9, the migration or import of such persons, individuals. Article 2, the executive power. It talks all about the executive power. I'm reading it here. The president shall be commander-in-chief of the military. And Section 3, he shall from time to time give Congress information. Okay, Section 4, the president, vice president, and all civil officers of the United States shall be removed from office or impeached for the conviction of treason, bribery, or high crimes. But I found nothing in there about separation of church and state. Article 3, the judicial power. I'm reading this. Judicial power shall extend all cases of laws, it sees here. And I see, go on, Section 3, treason against the United States and the judicial. I find nothing about separation of church and state. Article 4, full faith and credit. Section 2 of Article 4, the citizens of each state shall be entitled to privileges and immunities of citizens in all several states. I go on and on. Section 3 in Article 4, new states shall be admitted in house. Section 4, the United States shall guarantee that every state in the Union, republic form of government, and shall protect each of them against invasion, etc., etc. Article 5, Congress, whenever 2/3, and then they're talking about amendments. Article 6, all debts contracted by the United States before the adoption of the Constitution shall be valid against the United States. I have to read it. Okay, Article 7, the ratification of the Constitution of the United States. Nothing there at all about separation of church and state. Now I'm into the amendments. First Amendment. Oh, wait a minute. We got something here. Congress shall make no laws respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise therefore. That's the very first thing in the Constitution under the amendments. The first part of the Bill of Rights. And then we have Amendment 2, well-regulated militia. No soldier shall be quartered in an individual. The right of the people to be secured in their personal houses. Amendment 5, no person shall be held to answer without. Amendment 6, another criminal procedure. Amendment 7, suits. Amendment 8, excessive bail. Amendment 9, the enumeration of the Constitution of certain rights shall not be construed or denied or disparage others retained by the people. Then I got Amendment 10. The powers not delegated to the United States by the Constitution nor prohibited by it to the states are reserved to the states respectively or to the people. And the only thing in the Constitution that deals with religion states this: Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise therefore. And the 10th Amendment says that it is reserved to the state respectively or to the people. There is nothing at all in our Constitution that says separation of church and state. Nothing. So all these people that are complaining about, for example, setting up Christian scenes for the holidays, or setting up Jewish candles for their holidays, or anything else, Congress, Supreme Court, and the federal government cannot say no. Matter of fact, it's only up to the state and the local people, according to the Constitution. If a state wishes, it says everybody in our state can set up anything they want to express their religious beliefs freely and exercise it. I don't give a doggone who does not believe in God. They do not have the right to force it to be taken down. There is no separation of church and state in the Constitution. There is that the United States federal government cannot, under any circumstance, make laws regarding religion. Period. They can't say, no, you cannot do, and they cannot say, yes, you can do. They have to shut up. Hear that, Supreme Court? If a state wishes to have prayer at school, the federal government cannot say yes or no. The only thing that can be done is if an atheist doesn't want their children to say prayer, that they stand there quietly. Because all the others have the right to say prayer. But no one has the right to force the others who don't believe in God. I mean, if you listen to some of these people, heck, every church would have to take down their steeple, every synagogue would have to remove their Star of David, and every mosque would have to take down its crescent. Because they might, maybe flying over in an airplane, see it. No. Our Constitution says our federal government does not have the right to rule on that. It's up to the local community, the people, and the states. Then where did this separation of church and state come from? Really? It comes from one man's words. Jesus Christ was in a temple, trying to be trapped. They tried to trap him. They asked, do you pay your taxes or do you pay your tithes? He said, give me a coin. Whose face is on this coin? They answered, Caesar's. Then he said, render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, and render unto God what is God's. Because I say, and never shall the twain mix. And Thomas Jefferson's writing, all his writings that deal with separation of church and state, comes from that one statement. Render unto Caesar what is Caesar's, render unto God what is God's. And never shall the twain mix. But for anyone to have the audacity to say it's unconstitutional for a state capital to put up a Christian holiday or a Jewish holiday symbol, no, it's not unconstitutional. Actually, by them putting up, they are exercising their constitutional rights. And the federal government can make no laws. Plain and simple. And I will be glad to read it to you all again. Actually, I'm getting a little sick and tired of going over separation of church and state. But Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise therefore. And because of that, it is left up to the 10th Amendment, which I'll be glad to read to you again, over and over again, because apparently some people have short memories or can't understand the truth, that the power is not delegated to the state by the Constitution, nor prohibited by it to the state, are reserved to the state, respectively, or to the people. Do you understand that? That's where I stand on separation of church and state. As President of the United States, I cannot make a decision one way or the other. It's up to the state, the local community, and the people, and no one else. No special interest group, no anti-religious group, no pro-religious group, none. So don't try to pull the wool over my eyes when I'm elected as president. Every community, every people, every religion has the right and is protected to do free exercise,
I'm done.
as long as it doesn't interfere with the health of individuals. As long as it does not involve torture or killing of individuals. Sorry. That's it. That's where it's going to rest. That's where it's going to be. For that's the way it has to be. For that's what our Constitution says. And we, the federal government, cannot force or deny any individual their freedom of religion for any reason whatsoever. So, separation of church and state. Sorry, the federal government's not allowed to say anything one way or the other. It's left up to the states and the communities. The federal government is not allowed to say one thing, one way or the other. And that's it. And no special interest group or special lobbyist group or agitation group has the right to go against the Constitution of the United States for any reason whatsoever. That's it. And I will stand and defend to my death the individual's rights within this country, no matter who they are, as guaranteed by our Constitution. That's the way I am. I've done a lot of research on this before I made this final video on it. And it comes down to that Jesus Christ is the one who basically said separation of church and state. There's nothing at all in the Constitution. It says that the federal government is not allowed to make a ruling one way or the other. So Supreme Court, when anything comes up to you and it involves a religious matter, you have to refer it back to the state in accordance with the 10th Amendment, because you're not allowed to make a ruling one way or the other. Bottom line, even though you may disagree with whatever's going on, you're not allowed to express it. Period. I have my strong beliefs, one way or the other, but there's some things I will not express, because as president, I am not allowed to do so. And I must respect the people and the Constitution to the utmost of my ability. And that I will do. Thank you. This is JD. You all have a nice day. Please, no more about separation of church and state and the Constitution. It's not there. Thank you, and all have a nice day.